What's up, Bayside students? Hey, thanks for tuning in for week 2 of our More Than a Building series. You know that nothing is keeping us from getting together on Wednesday nights, so we're pumped that you're here. Also, we want to know where you watching from. Put it in the chat right now. Just type it, where you watching from? Your couch, the bathroom, hopefully not the bathroom, the bedroom, the living room. Where are you watching from right now? We want to know. Put it in the chat. We are so pumped that you're here. And we're gonna be rolling out some really awesome content that we think you're gonna enjoy. So kick back, grab some popcorn or a Pop-Tart, and enjoy.
What's up, Bayside students? Dax and Hunter here, and today, this is our last little bit of toilet paper. So we're coming at you with the top 10 household items that you can use as a replacement for toilet paper.
All right, item number 1, bounce dryer sheets, because everyone wants a drier bottom.
Item number 2, coffee filters. Filter out that stank. Thank you.
Item number 3, freshly peeled bananas. Peel your way to a clean booty.
Item number 4, pages out of your math textbook, because school is basically over forever. Canceled.
Item number 5, your sibling's toothbrush, because they probably deserve it.
Item number 6, your Justin Bieber poster, because look at him.
Item number 7, Crocs, because you have plenty of real pairs of shoes to wear.
Item number 8, your little siblings' toys, because you've been stuck at home with them all day.
Item number 9, a framed family photo, because you were forced to take the picture anyways.
And finally, item number 10, your Xbox. Look, you've been tagged in probably 20 push-up challenges on Instagram. You need some time to get those done. Stop playing video games.
All right, Bayside students, this has been 10 things that you can use instead of toilet paper. I hope this helps, and I hope you feel more prepared. Enjoy your night.
Stay safe out there.
Hey family, this is Pastor G, Bayside Midtown, and I'm excited to continue the series that our friend Hannah and Craig kicked off last week with week 1. In the chaos, we are more than a building, right? And here's the deal. I often think, oftentimes, we think church is just that gathering place, and as we touched last week, there's a lot of change going on. There's a lot of things that make our normalcy different. Well, let's check out what Scripture says about how we should respond and who it is we really are as the church, because we are more than a building, right? So check out Scripture here, Acts 2:41-46. Let me read it here to you. It says this: "Those who accepted his message were baptized, and about 3,000 were added to their number that day. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship and to breaking bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe and at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common." Interesting, right? It keeps going. Verse 45. "They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day, they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with gold and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved." Man, in chaotic times, we are just literally better together. And it's really easy to get distracted or even lazy. So like, for example, when we heard about the quarantine and the mandates from the governments and different city officials, what was your first response? I know for me, I wasn't worried about being lazy. I think I go, man, I really need focus because I have all those things I want to do or what I shouldn't do, and I didn't do anything. So if you're like me, in the midst of chaos, sometimes you get stuck and you lose focus. But for some of us, let's be honest, can we keep it gangster in here like Pastor Bob says usually at Midtown? You're just getting lazy. You see this as an excuse to say, well, my church stuff's done, my school stuff's done, maybe I'll just catch up on Disney Plus and Netflix. In fact, maybe I'll renew my subscription to see what's the highest subscription. Maybe I'll just stream even more. But we can be honest about that, because here's the deal. In the midst of chaos, we are better together. But another thing I'm going to say is, in the midst of chaos, Christians take action. It's time for us to get in the game. Like the scripture we just read said, it had to do with people making a choice in the midst of all the different things going on to unify and stay unified and stay together. We can also see that being a part of the church can mean three things, all right? Let's paint this picture for you. Here's the three things. One is to share the gospel. It talked about the people continue to gather and they continue to share the good news. The gospel is the good news. For example, family, if someone out there found a cure for this virus, for COVID-19, you would hope that they would want to share the truth they had to help others. What good would it be for someone to have a cure or a message of hope and to just keep it to themselves? That's the great thing about the gospel. Like it was good news for me and you, it is good news for others who haven't heard it yet. And some of you might be asking, well, who is this Jesus? That's a great start. Do you know Jesus? Because he has a message for you. He has a message of hope in times like this where things are chaotic. And we want to give you that chance to dive in deeper to that, not just to the community of people, but to him himself. All right? So the first thing is sharing the gospel. All right? We see that in verse 41. Those who accepted his message were baptized, and about 3,000 were added to the number that day. When you share truth, family, it's contagious, right? Same thing with hope. We've got a message of hope and truth. Let's share it. The other thing I would say is it calls us to participate in preaching, praising, praying, and the pursuit of people. In this time of chaos, it could be really easy to fill our lives with things that just take time away rather than using the time we have now to focus on what matters most. And that's praising God. We have online services it's so awesome that our church is going beyond the walls, right? Which is the intent of what God wanted anyway. So you can praise and worship with friends. You can stream it on your phones and other devices. You can read scripture. You can follow Bible plans and apps. You can dive into that. You can actually develop a skill set of listening. What are the needs of your people in your neighborhood and communities? Rather than assuming what they are. In this time, in this chaos, it's time to take action. The third thing I would say is this: serving the specific needs of those people. Some of you may feel like you can't take action and maybe you just hear what they need. You actually can. There are ways you can help. I would use discernment. I would use wisdom, but I would say that this is the time for you to take action and do that. So once again, being a part of the church means sharing the gospel, sharing the truth that you have and you know through Jesus Christ, participating in preaching, praising, and praying for people, sending a text of hope, a message of scripture to someone so that they can just tap into that hope that you know, that truth that you know. And the third one is serve those in need. Guys, there's people in need around us. We just need to be better listeners and pursuers of what that is. That's what the church is about. We are not about just being a building or gathering in one, but we are the living body of God to go out and be the church. It's an exciting time, family. In the midst of chaos, it's an exciting time. And I'm excited about what's next, and my buddy James is going to come up and air high five. Oh, not going to do that. But James is going to close us out with a couple quick... James is going to close us out with a couple quick questions and action steps of how we can stay connected in this time. Once again, in the midst of chaos, we take action.
Thank you, Pastor G. My name is James Rogers. I'm one of the middle school pastors at our Folsom campus. And wherever you're at, maybe you're with a group of people, maybe you're by yourself, but we want to ask you a couple reflective questions. Just some questions that you can think about, maybe process through, because as Pastor G said, in the chaos, we take action. And so here's some questions that I'd love for you to think about. What does your relationship look like with Jesus? Maybe you aren't a Christian, or maybe you're kind of new to Christianity, and you want to do more research, kind of study, learn, ask questions, find a group leader online. Go ahead and send us an email or whatever, but do more research about who Jesus is and how much he cares about you. Or maybe you're a Christian, and honestly, let me ask you this. Have you talked about him? Have you shared your story, your experience with Jesus to someone else? Go out and share your relationship or your experience with him. And the second question is this: what service will you be streaming this weekend? How are you engaging in church? Even though we're not attending on site, how are you engaging online? And also, who are you bringing with you? Not just doing it by yourself. That's not what we're called to do, but who are you bringing with you? And the third thing, which I think is highly important, is who can you go serve in this time? Yeah, we're not on site. Maybe, you're not on your normal serve team or student leadership team or something like that. But who can you serve in your community? And so here's what I want us to do. Think about this. What if we were to do this, all of us doing this, was to walk outside, to go out and pray for the homes, for people in our communities. Now, of course, this doesn't mean obviously proximity, but maybe there's someone that you just can be praying for this week, today. And I want to encourage you to do that, because in the midst of chaos, we take action. Hey, thanks for hanging with us on Wednesday night. We would love for you to jump into a small group. Go ahead and do that right now if your small group's meeting. If you're not connected in a small group right now, you can click the link in the bio below and it will take you to get connected. We would love for you to get connected. If not, feel free to hang out in the chat, talk it up, have a good time. We love you guys. We'll see you next week for week 3 of More Than a Building.